Morning.
Good morning, sunshines.
Just made me go to Town Weather. When that's on sale, bare tool for $109 at one of the farm stores. You go.
Then I made him go grocery shopping with me.
Then I had to go grocery
Sucker.
shopping with her. Oh, yeah, here's how they're fixing the road. Bump. Yep, that one and that one. I don't know why they're suddenly worried about it. Put a sign up. Been there for years. County dump truck transfer lost rocks off the trailer into the windshield of the pumpkin on that stinking slough bridge once. County says, oh no, we wouldn't do that. Bullshit. 3-inch rocks bounced off the windshield.
I see water.
And there's a little water left down here. Not a lot.
Duckies for Murphy, maybe?
Yeah, duckies out there, Murphy. There you go. Some duckies. Not that you could see them. So, anyway. The one place they didn't, well, the first place we went to, we thought it would open a little earlier. We figured we'd be late being there at 7, and they didn't open till 8.
So we were forced to talk to each other in the
So
car.
we had to actually sit there and talk to each other in the car. And people watch. Talk about some strange people. I mean, talk about the variety of people you see.
He's out of service. Damn it.
And then we went to the grocery store. So the very back is full of groceries. Definitely needed because there ain't nothing in the house to eat.
You're welcome.
She tells me I'm welcome. She made me give her my money yesterday.
It's called a new diet.
Yeah, we're on the new diet. If it ain't there, you can't eat it. Oh well. Anyway, I'm hoping that number one might be cleaning up skid steer by now the rest of the way. And see if we can get some apart on it today. They get it apart if the oaks aren't screwed up. Should be able to get U-joints at Auto Parts. It's 2 U-joints in it. I don't believe it's actually a CV joint. Seems to me it's just a 2 U-joint setup. So we'll see. And in the meanwhile, yeah, low clouds. Probably rain again. It rained all night. Better look at it. I used to have a power printer, gas-powered one. Coupler broke and a friend had it and he was supposed to get it fixed and I haven't seen it since. So now we got that one. And come home to steer customers that want to pick their steers up today who never called us since last week when they were called to find out when they wanted to do it. I don't know which 3 steers it is. It's the 3 project steers that are supposed to be going to fair next year. And I have no idea which ones it is. So it's an interesting morning. Yay. Definite lack of communication for people. I think she pressure washed, but she went over everything that I hadn't gotten over. Yeah, I think I know she's due for a oil change. There's still some chunks of manure down there, but I'm going to, cylinders are locked up. We still need to pull these cylinders and rebuild them. Got the parts a year ago, never got to it. The only part of the whole machine you can't do much with is the front because the bottom's a solid piece right here. But there's 2 skid plates behind it, so everything's opened up. And yeah, it don't look too bad. She's all worried because I told her I'm not going to put the seat back in. I'm going to stand here and run it. I've done it before with nothing in here. It's almost easier than sitting there and turning around backwards. I'm going to back it in the shop because with the loader up, I can't pull it in. And I'm going to leave the loader up because it's easier to do all this stuff down here. Maybe when we get it done, we'll do something with the cylinders. Maybe. So anyway, that's what it looks like. And that plate's got a pedal on it for my extra hydraulics right there. Got smart after so many years and changed it so it's a pin on the rod here. Slip it in to put a washer and a clip on it. A whole lot easier taking it out. She did a pretty good job of cleaning it. I ain't gonna complain. I'm gonna make her do most of the work. The fun part is remembering exactly how you do it here. You know, battery comes out, a bunch of other stuff has to get loosened. I don't remember how far we got to move everything. Real pain in the ass. Maybe be able to get, I don't think that shield wraps around. I think it's just around the top. Get that off there, probably help if we can get it out of there easy. But now cross my fingers that she fires up and doesn't fall apart. It's in here. Yeah, I still on the front, back to the end. Number one's got her helper today. That is a friend's kid. She, her mama goes to diesel school with number two. So they spent some time together. She's out here helping number one today. Usually when we pull this thing in to do, it's yearly. We wash it off, bring it in, and then we drop the pans, drive it back out, put the pans in a bucket, take it all down, and pressure wash the whole works. But the ends, the coupler's just kind of hanging there now. We're not moving it any more than we have to. We usually don't put the loader up, depending on what we're doing. But it's up, so I know it's out of the way, because I know we got to reach in from the side. So one thing Case didn't do on these is make them easy to work on. You get to the C series and, hey, their cabs slide forward and all that kind of stuff. This one, you got to take the cab off if you really need to. I don't plan on taking the cab off. Never have yet. So, anyway, figured I'd show you this much. She's going to hopefully get that up in the air far enough to slide it over onto the table. Or just pick it up and do it. You know, it's heavy, but it's manageable.
Actually, that one's not bad.
The other one I think is heavier because the other one's thicker.
So, you're gonna use this
But
one, I'm not sure, okay?
she's going to get the young lady to do all her dirty work.
Under an edge and scrape it all in if you want. It's up to
That's
you.
her plan anyway.
Do you want to sit in a chair and do that?
Number one and number two spent at Thanksgiving dinner with the little girl's family, so they're having fun. And number two's at work today, so
Here, so grab your box.
that's why number one stuck with her for a while. Dog's life, just standing away all the time. Poor spoiled puppy. There's a little bit of stuff. That's like the second time I'm sweeping up. Both plates are right there, cleaned up as good as they're going to be. Look at that, no weights on the back. They're laying over around the corner. Just thought I'd show what it looks like in here. Yep. We had a parts guy at the dealer in town that he didn't understand when I specified what engine it was and what machine it was in when I needed a valve cover gasket. He ordered one. We waited 7 days for it. Guess what? It was a hole short because it was for the next model engine down. It was not for this one. Anyway, not very often you can look in here and see to the floor. I got to look in and I think it's going to be easier to change than I was thinking. Because it might have enough slip on the spline to take the bolts off the flywheel. Still looks like I got to pull the cover off. And maybe just be able to fold it around and slip it off, get it out. And I was kind of concerned that that might have been a CV joint assembly in the center, but it is not. It is two separate U-joints with nothing in between them. So, that's the plus. The other plus is, look who's still here. She was
I'm gonna go inside and hang out.
Okay, you do that. She's been a good little helper. Number one got her underneath there to help her scrape everything underneath they could. And right there was the last culprit I had. The bushing at the input end of that pump was worn. You got the drive pumps right here. Two of them. One right there. One right there. It was breaking the end off this drive pump shaft. Couldn't figure out why. We put two shafts in it. And second time around, I said, screw it. You guys come out and get it, take it in and do it. So they did. And to get to it, of course, you got to pull that pump off. Mechanic working on it set the pump up on the fender, and this thing was literally wedged in their shop right up next to the shop foreman's office door. He was in and out of his office on the phone just about all day that day, and he walks out and it's standing there with the drive shaft up, and he plays with it, tries to wiggle it, just to see if there's any issues there. Nothing. About his 10th time walking by it, he reaches over, plays with it, and it wiggled. So bingo, there's the problem. That one little bushing, it's probably a 25-cent oil light bushing, was what wiped out at the time till I think it was $1,200 each time we had to fix it. And I don't remember what that pump was then. It was like $750 or something. Well, add $1,000 to it now, because I've seen that while I was looking for stuff. That's $1,467 for that little pump now. Yay. But I don't worry about that. That's new. Only thing I'm worried about is that coupler. And I'm hoping I don't fit underneath it. It's not sitting up on blocks yet. I'm hoping we didn't twist any yokes, which, being it's in the centerpiece that it broke, if it didn't break the yoke itself, no big deal. Shouldn't hurt nothing other than the U-joint, but I got my doubts. Used ones are $400 to $500. And no, they don't make those well. You can't get them from Case IH anyway. It's no longer available. A U-joint you get anywhere. But I'm hoping that I can sneak in from underneath to get it out. And it might even be able to be done without taking that shield off. I don't know. One thing, we never had it out. When we had the pumps out, we went ahead and greased everything, because that's the only time you can get into greasing, because you have to physically swing that driveline assembly around. So anyway, I think we're done for the day. I know I'm done for the day. So, our misery. Thanks for watching.